There weren't any organizations that were providing conservatives like me with the training that I needed to be effective. The school board training program at the Leadership Institute is incredibly important and valuable. I found as a new school board member, I did not have that capability. There weren't any organizations that were providing conservatives like me with the training that I needed to be effective, and we really had to figure it out on our own. I was very fortunate that I was in a little bit of a wave of conservatives coming into school boards in Florida at the time, so there were about 5 of us that helped each other learn the ropes. But the Florida School Boards Association and the like across the country are not where you want to go for proper training on being an effective school board member. Leadership Institute and others that have filled the gap for conservatives, really an outstanding job in helping them to get prepared. What are your priorities going to be from day one? What policies are absolutely essential? For example, making sure that boys are not in girls' locker rooms. What are the safety concerns, number one, in your districts, and how are you going to fight those battles? And who's going to back you up with model policies when you need them? So those types of organizations are incredibly important. I'm happy to be one of the guest faculty in the Leadership Institute program, helping to train some of those school board members. The golden age of American education is upon us. I think Donald Trump's leadership in this area and dismantling the Department of Education and supporting school choice in the states as well as at the federal level. States like the 14 that have passed universal school choice and growing, I think that trend does need to continue in our states, and that state policy needs to be the one that drives education forward. But ultimately, what I want is for every single parent to be able to have multiple high-quality options that will align with what their students need. Every single student in this country should love to go to school every day. They should love learning. Learning is phenomenal when it is done in the way that meets that child's needs where they are. But every child does also need to be able to defend the freedom of this country, to understand what makes America great, and be able to take those principles and drive our country forward. And if we're not doing that, our country is at great risk long term. And so we need to combine all of those things and make sure that every parent has things to choose from, the agency and the information to do so, so that we can really solve this problem in our country.